Picture this. It's a crisp morning in Osaka and you walk into your gym feeling strong and ready to crush your squat PR. The place is buzzing with energy and everyone seems to be following their own elaborate routines. The energy is right, but first comes the warm-up. For many, this is almost a ritual, something they believe sets the tone for the entire session. You jog on the treadmill for 15 minutes, then spend 20 more on static stretching. Maybe you saw a fitness influencer recommend this, or you read somewhere that it's the safe way to start. You add 15 minutes of foam rolling, convinced it'll unlock your muscles and prevent injury. Maybe you even swap tips with a friend about the best foam rolling techniques. By the time you reach the barbell, nearly an hour has passed, and you're already a bit tired. You wonder if you're just not warmed up enough, so you add a few more stretches, just in case. This is a common mistake. I used to do it myself, thinking that the more time I spent warming up, the better my workout would be. Many lifters believe that the longer and more elaborate the warm-up, the better. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that complexity equals effectiveness. The logic: more preparation means fewer injuries and better performance. You might hear people say you can never be too prepared, or better safe than sorry. So you stack cardio, stretching, foam rolling, and activation drills. Before you know it, your warm-up is longer than your actual workout. Each seems helpful, but together they drain your energy before you even start lifting. I remember days when I'd finish my warm-up and feel like I'd already done half a workout. Your body only has so much fuel for each session. If you burn it all before the main lifts, you're shortchanging your progress. The main lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench, require the most energy. That's where your focus and strength should go. Spending an hour warming up is like burning gas driving in circles before a road trip. You're using up precious resources before you even get started. You're left with less for what matters. And often, you don't even realize it until your lifts feel heavier than usual. This fatigue isn't always obvious. It's a subtle drop in strength and focus. You might blame a bad night's sleep or a tough day, but sometimes it's just an overdone warm-up. Your warm-up should get you ready, not wear you out. A few targeted movements can do the trick. It should be a quick primer, not a workout in itself. I learned this the hard way. My best lifts always came after shorter, focused warm-ups. You want to approach the bar feeling powerful and sharp, not drained. That's when you'll hit your true potential. If your warm-up leaves you tired, it's failed its purpose. Don't let old habits or gym myths hold you back. Don't let your warm-up sabotage your strength before you even begin. Remember, the goal is to lift strong, not to warm up forever. Let's break down why long warm-ups can backfire and what the science actually says. For example, research published in the shows that extended cardio, 15 or 20 minutes, can significantly deplete your muscle glycogen, the fuel you need for heavy lifting. This means you're starting your main workout already running low on energy. Next, static stretching right before lifting can actually reduce your strength and power. A 2013 meta-analysis found that static stretching before strength training can decrease maximal strength by up to 5.5%. Muscles need some stiffness to transmit force. Too much stretching makes them less effective. Dr. Brad Schoenfeld, a leading exercise scientist, warns that excessive pre-lift stretching can impair your ability to generate force. Foam rolling, when overdone, adds fatigue and can dull your nervous system's readiness. According to strength coach Eric Cressy, excessive foam rolling can actually make you feel sluggish instead of primed. Then come endless activation drills, glute bridges, band pull-aparts, clamshells, often done for too many sets and reps. Studies suggest that overdoing these can lead to pre-fatigue, reducing your performance in compound lifts. Instead of priming your muscles, you're just tiring them out. You might feel activated, but you're actually less prepared for heavy work. The result? You're left fatigued before your main lifts, and studies confirm that pre-exhaustion can reduce your total training volume. All these well-intentioned steps add up to wasted time and energy, as confirmed by experts like Dr. Mike Israetel, who recommends keeping warm-ups short and focused. Instead of boosting performance, they leave you weaker for the work that counts. Bar speed drops, and your lifts suffer. A warm-up should prepare you, not exhaust you. Stick to dynamic movements and keep it brief. Your strength gains will thank you. So, what should a truly effective strength warm-up accomplish? Let's break it down step by step. First, your warm-up should elevate your core body temperature. Warmer muscles are more pliable, which means they stretch and contract more efficiently, reducing your risk of strains or tears. Even just 5 minutes of light cardio, like brisk walking, cycling, or jumping rope, can get your blood flowing and your body primed for movement. Second, you want to target the specific joints and muscles you'll be using in your workout. Dynamic stretches and mobility drills, think leg swings, arm circles, or banded walks, help move your joints through their full range of motion. This not only increases flexibility, but also activates stabilizing muscles, preparing your body for the demands of heavy lifting. Third, an effective warm-up primes your central nervous system. This is crucial for strength training because your nervous system controls how quickly and powerfully your muscles can contract. Incorporating explosive movements, like jumps or quick footwork, can help wake up your nervous system and sharpen your focus. The best practical tip? Practice the main lift you're about to do, but with very light weights or even just a bar. Gradually increase the load with each set. This not only grooves your technique, but also allows your body to adapt to the movement pattern before you go heavy. This process potentiates your nervous system, making you more explosive and ready to generate maximum force when it counts. You'll notice your lifts feel smoother and more powerful. Remember, a good warm-up is efficient. It shouldn't leave you exhausted. It should get you physically and mentally ready to lift heavy fast. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes, tops. Your warm-up bridges the gap between rest and peak performance. It's the launch pad that takes you from 0 to 100 safely and effectively. By the end, you should feel energized, focused, and ready, not fatigued or worn out. If you're tired before your first set, you've done too much. The goal is preparation, not exhaustion. Warm up smart, and you'll set yourself up for bigger strength gains and safer training sessions every time. Let's break down the difference between a long warm-up and a smart warm-up by looking at two lifters, Kenji and Yuto, both gearing up for a heavy squat set, just like you might see in any gym. Kenji sticks to the classic long warm-up, 15 minutes jogging, 20 minutes of static stretching, 10 minutes on the foam roller, and a series of activation drills. This routine is common among athletes who believe more is always better. But after nearly an hour, Kenji is warm, yet he's already sweating, tired, and mentally checked out before the real work even begins. Yuto, on the other hand, takes a smarter, more modern approach. 5 minutes of light cycling, a few dynamic stretches, and he's ready to go. He heads straight to the squat rack, saving his energy for what matters. Yuto warms up with the empty bar, focusing on movement quality. He adds weight and steps, dialing in his form and ramping up intensity with each set. His entire warm-up takes just 15 minutes, leaving him fresh and focused. When it's time for their top set, Kenji feels heavy and fatigued, his energy sapped by the marathon warm-up. He struggles to hit his reps and his performance suffers. Yuto, meanwhile, feels sharp and powerful, ready to attack his set. He nails all 5 reps with confidence and speed. The real difference isn't raw strength, it's how they prepared. Kenji's long warm-up left him drained, a common pitfall for those who overdo it. Yuto's efficient routine primed him for peak performance. Here's the real-life takeaway. A focused, short warm-up enhances your performance and keeps you mentally engaged. The long warm-up can be useful for injury prevention or on days you feel extra stiff, but it often drains your energy and motivation. The smart warm-up, on the other hand, is efficient, keeps you fresh, and gets you mentally locked in for your main lifts. The right warm-up leaves you ready, not worn out. Ditch the marathon routine unless you truly need it. Get in, get ready, and get strong, just like Yuto. Your best lifts depend on smart preparation, not just time spent warming up. Warm up smart, not long. Save the long routines for special cases. That's how you set new personal records, by being efficient, focused, and ready for the challenge. Why does a long warm-up actually make you weaker? Let's break down the science and hear from real athletes. Overdoing your warm-up causes both muscle and nervous system fatigue. When you push too hard before your main lifts, your muscles burn through ATP and glycogen, the very fuel you need for strength. Long cardio sessions, for example, can leave you drenched in sweat, but also drain your energy stores. Olympic lifters often avoid excessive warm-ups for this reason. Too much, and they can't hit their max lifts on the platform. Static stretching and excessive rolling can dull your nervous system, making it harder to recruit powerful muscle fibers. As one powerlifter put it, "After too much stretching, my legs felt dead and I missed my opener." Research consistently shows that static stretching before lifting can decrease both strength and power output, sometimes by as much as 8%. Instead of firing you up, a long, drawn-out warm-up can actually lull your body into a less responsive state. Sprinters often report feeling sluggish if their warm-up drags on. A smart warm-up, focused on the actual lift, wakes up your nervous system and primes you for peak performance. Coaches recommend keeping it short and specific. Less is more when it comes to getting strong. As many top athletes will tell you, the right warm-up is about quality, not quantity. Let's break down your new, science-backed 6-minute strength warm-up, step by step, so you know exactly what to do, why it works, and what to avoid. Step 1. Spend 2 minutes on light cardio, like easy cycling, brisk walking, or rowing. The goal here is to gently raise your core temperature and get your blood flowing, not to break a sweat or get out of breath. Common mistake? Going too hard and turning this into a mini workout. Keep it easy, just enough to feel warm, not fatigued. Step 2. 2 minutes of dynamic mobility. Use movements like leg swings, lunges with a twist, arm circles, or band pull-aparts. This primes your joints and muscles for the specific lifts ahead. Don't just stretch statically or hold positions, move through a full range of motion. Avoid rushing or skipping this step, as it's key for joint health and injury prevention. Step 3. Practice your main lift for 2 minutes with an empty bar. Focus on perfect form, smooth movement, and activating the right muscles. This wakes up your nervous system and grooves your technique. A common mistake here is loading up too quickly or treating these reps as throwaways. Instead, use them to dial in your setup and movement pattern. After these 3 steps, start your warm-up sets with weight, gradually ramping up to your working set. This protocol works for any main lift: squat, bench, deadlift, or overhead press. You'll feel ready, focused, and energized, not tired or sluggish. Remember, the goal is preparation, not exhaustion. Avoid the trap of long, draining warm-ups that sap your strength before you even start. 6 minutes is all you need, no more, no less. Save your energy for the sets that count and watch your strength gains take off. The big takeaway? Your time and energy are your most valuable assets in the gym. Less is more when it comes to warming up for strength. Focus on quality, not quantity. Long, exhausting routines are outdated and can actually hold you back. Instead, reclaim your time by keeping your warm-up short and purposeful. Every ounce of energy should go toward your main lifts. That's where your progress is made. Here's your actionable plan. Start with light activity, add dynamic movement, and finish with a few sets using just the bar. Keep it all under 6 minutes. You'll feel stronger, more explosive, and ready to crush your main sets. Remember, the goal is to save time, reclaim lost strength, and walk into every session with energy and purpose. Optimize your energy from the moment you step into the gym. Warm up smarter, not longer. Your next personal record is waiting. Under the bar, not on the treadmill. So take action today. Reclaim your time, reclaim your strength, and become the athlete you know you can be.